Doing with your time? I know this is a random question, but what are you actually doing with your time? Hi there, it's Wendy, and today I'm going to be talking about one precious gift God has given everybody, and that is time. We all have 24 hours in a day, every single person. Nobody has more time than the other people, but we all have the same time. So what you do with your time matters. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing you do? Do you take up your phone and start scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever? Or do you first spend time in the presence of God and do your devotion? Then afterwards, what do you do next? Do you have specific things that you're doing with every single moment of your time in a day? Because in our fast-paced world today, it is very easy for you to not do anything and your time just gets wasted, and you'll be like, oh, I wanted to do something today, but I don't know how the time flew by, because that's just how time is. Once time is lost, it can never be recovered. So it is very important that you plan every step of your day, because if you don't, you will let your time just go to waste. I know that's happened to me a lot of times. I can just go on Instagram or even Pinterest, funny enough, and I will just look at one video, and next thing, for the next 2 hours, 3 hours, I am scrolling. But thankfully that is not really every single time, because I don't really go online every single time like that. So but the random days where I actually go online, I just feel like the time has just, because now I can be on my phone and I see the time is 1:30. Next thing I check time again and it's 5, and I'm like wondering, what have I done with my time? Did I just waste my time scrolling on the internet, or what useful thing did I do with my time? So it's important you know where your time is going to, because if you don't properly plan your day ahead, you will waste every single moment of your time. So that's why you need to learn how to plan your day. You need to create a to-do list the day before, or at least put time blockers on your calendar so your alarm will ring, so you know that, okay, at this point from here to here I'm supposed to be doing this. So if you find yourself not doing that, you know that, oh, you are in the wrong, and you can go back to what you're doing. So make sure your time is proportioned, because if you let time wasters like scrolling on Instagram, like some unnecessary conversations, because unnecessary conversations are always the most interesting conversations, but they are unnecessary because they are not adding anything to your life, and they are taking away the time that you could have put towards finishing maybe your work or finishing the research or whatever it is you wanted to do. But because the gist is too sweet, you will now just let that time go. So you need to have set time for things, so that you know that at this time to this time I am doing this thing, and nothing else can take away that this thing. So even when something pops up impromptu or randomly, you know that, okay, well, you do not have time for that thing, because you already have something, except maybe if it's an emergency situation, then you can go ahead and sort that out then, but you need to go back to what you're doing. Do not go back to scrolling your phone or anything that is not adding value to you, except if it's your rest time. If it is your time for rest, scroll as much as you want, that is fine. But when it is time that you're supposed to be doing something, make sure you're actually doing that thing. Another thing that wastes our time is procrastinating and overcommitting. And I am somebody who tends to find it hard to say no, and even when I say yes, I now start procrastinating that thing. So maybe somebody says they need help with something, because I love to help people. So when they say they need help with something, even if they don't tell me they need help with something, maybe they just tell me, oh, this is what they're doing and they need to do this, I'll be like, oh, how can I help you? And then maybe if they give me what to do, I'll now be like, okay, I'll do this. And while sometimes I start working on whatever it is they give me immediately. There are times where I will keep procrastinating until dying moment. And procrastination is the thief of time. Honestly, it is really a big thief of time. It will steal your time. You will not end up doing what you want to do, and you will not end up disappointing the person or yourself if you had promised yourself to do something. So do not overcommit. If you have time to do something and know that you'll be able to do it at that moment, fine, you can go ahead and say yes to whatever somebody needs help with. But if you know you do not have time, or if you know, even if you have time, you know you will not be able to do that thing, do not take on that role or that task, because you will just feel yourself being burdened by that thing, and you will not end up doing what you said you would do, because you will be overthinking of, oh, if I don't do this now, I will not, the person will now start feeling bad and I'll feel this way. So you just keep thinking of things that will not give you the chance to actually do the thing that you want to do, and you will keep procrastinating it until the deadline or whenever the person needs the thing in reach, and you now start feeling bad and guilty that, oh, I did not do this. So do not overcommit, and do not let procrastination steal your time, because procrastination will come like a thief in the night. You will just be, okay, I'll do it in the next 1 hour, I'll start in the next 1 hour. 1 hour come, you'll be like, okay, in the next 10 minutes. That's why you keep pushing the time, and as you keep pushing the time like that, you will not end up doing it. Or maybe when you do it, it'll now be rushed work, and you will feel like, oh, I could have done this better. I mean, you could have if you started on time, but you didn't, and whose fault is that? So do not let procrastination and overcommitting waste your time. If you can do something and you have the time to do it, and make sure you do it immediately, so you can get done with that, whatever that is, on time, and you can focus on other things. So do not waste the time God has given you. Make sure that every time you have is accounted to something, because that is one of the resources God has given us as youths, especially with our attention and our energy. So make sure that these three resources are being used properly and they are not wasting. So that's all for this video. Is there something that you know that is a time waster in your life? Please let me know in the comments, and let me also know how you overcame that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.